Yo, so I'm out here cleaning, and I keep hearing some noise. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's time to go inside, boy. Woo! Somebody's messing with these bees. Oh shit, they're right here. All right, y'all, so I closed this little area here, and I think that was like the swarm that was coming. They died down. Holy smokes. I'm working outside. I'm trying to clean these areas, or at least clean my area. They about to set up shop right there in that goddamn bush or that tree. All right, y'all. So this is the final call right here. So right now I got a couple stations set up. Let me see if I can get some urine to show up on the side there. But basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just rinsing it down, kind of trying to flush it a little bit. We'll be doing this twice. This is just the initial. Just want to see what I can kind of flush out of it really fast. Trying something different, just to see if any urine comes out of it. Usually what I do is I just put them in the pool right away, and then we can see how much comes out. I just want to see on this one if anything comes out, because we know it's full of urine. I mean, you can see a big old spot right there, which more than likely won't even come out, as far as like where the urine is soaked at. And this is a good example too to show customers. You see it's showing clear on the sides, but what happens is I get a lot of customers saying, you know, when they have urine in the carpet, and they're like, oh, you know, you could just clean it, can't you? I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. You need something to counteract it, which is why we use urine treatments. It's, you know, formulated to counter the urine. So what it does is as the urine dries, it liquefies it again. You're able to kind of work it out. It'll wake it up in a sense, and then as we clean it, it sucks it out. So because these are wool, we're actually going to be using an enzyme. So you guys can see there's another one right there. Nothing is coming out of it, but you guys can see the water is still clear. You won't even get any dirt to come out with just straight water. So if you ever have a company that comes out and they clean and they're working super fast and the carpet still looks dirty, more than likely they just clean it with water, y'all. But we can see that. I mean, it looks, you know, it is what it is. But let me show you really fast while I have this little area. So this will be my rinse area. I have my vacuum area over here. You guys can see all the urine as it seeps through and it turns brown. Typically what happens to carpets, area rugs. In this case, she had the area rugs down and it just went right through to the pad. And then what we have here, I don't have it, oh, got my little staging area. I just threw them here. I did blow out the area first to make sure that the concrete was free of dust and dirt and stuff. And then what I have in here, this would be my bath area. And no, I'm not about to rub-a-dub-dub myself. I'm actually just going to throw the area rugs in here and then put the urine treatment on top of it, kind of soak it, saturate it, and then with the white canvas, you know how the it's white, you'll be able to see all that urine just seep out. So I've showed you guys this many a times, but this is a good refresher of what we do. This is DWES for life, y'all. All right, y'all, so I soaked one of them. I got the 2 small ones in here, and then we got 2 big ones. Just gonna pour this on here, let it sit for 30, and then we'll come back to it in a minute. Let me show you guys a little bit of this here pour if I can. Really just get everything saturated. I'll move some stuff around halfway through, and that's really it. All right, make sure everything's saturated. Just move some stuff around. Look at the color coming out. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's brown. Oh, here we go. Look. Boom. The money shot, y'all. I want to make sure all this is saturated. Move some of this stuff around. Come back to y'all. All right, you guys, so we got this next one. It's gonna be real hard for me to actually get any, you know, like long videos. So I'm gonna just try to do it in bits and pieces. In this one, let me see here if I can. Let me see. I think this corner here. Yeah, so this corner here was where she showed me. She goes, "Oh, it just needs it right here. You know, it's just a little urine." And then I went through with the light, and it's lighting up, man. So her sofa was here. Immediately I was like, well, there's a spot here I can definitely see, you know. And then after that I went out and got my light, but it's all over. And to her, she's saying, you know, it's not that bad. The smell's really over here. So if you can just, I said, there's really no way for me to do this like in the house. And I'm gonna do these in parts. So the first part will be in her house. I'm cleaning some items in her house. Then we have the other 2 area rugs. Or no, 3 area rugs. And then we have these 4. So I think it's gonna be 3 parts. But in her house, the first video, in her living room, you're gonna see really big black spots on her hardwood. That's what happens when you allow your pet to urinate on these things and you don't do anything about it. So, you know, you let it sit there, you don't really trip off it, you don't care. Now it soaks into her hardwood and damages it. It needs to be restored. So, you know, you got to sand that bad boy down. Who knows if some of the boards are need to be pulled out, but we don't know until, you know, she takes that step. Let's go in here and take a look really fast. I'm just about to vacuum this one. I just wanted to show you guys where we're at so far. You guys can see now we have the dirt coming out. I did flip them. Try not to touch it because every time I touch it, I got to use a different glove. So I'm already like on my 3rd set, but you guys can see all that. So that's what we're working with. After this, what I'll do is I'll take them outside to the first area we went to, and I will rinse them out as thorough as possible. Once we do that, then this area here will be the area where I can steam clean them. Look at my dog. Look. Anyway, she loves watching me, y'all. She will stay right by the door waiting for me. It's the craziest thing. It's love. I mean, we've had her since she was 6 weeks, I believe. No, maybe 5. I forget. Super small. She was, I think, 6 weeks. You're supposed to wait until 8 weeks, but lady was like, we're gonna get rid of her. I was like, all right, I'll take her. So we drove down to Bakersfield. Long story. Anyway, so yeah, so this is my vacuum area for right now. After I'm done with this, these go into the tank, or into the pool. Then once I'm complete with the vacuuming and everything's been in the pool, everything's been rinsed, then this will be the area where I clean them. Then I hang them up on my my pole up there, and 2 of them I will leave outside, the bigger ones. Or actually, I'll leave one of the big ones out here, 2 small ones on the floor, and then another big one hanging. So it gives me 4 areas. So yeah, so yeah, so, and then I put tarps down as much as possible. That way we don't get any oil drips. My my van has been the oil pan gasket, which I changed before, had a leak from when I first bought it, and then I replaced it, and now it's doing it a little bit more. So that's what happens when you know, you get the cheap stuff. So now I got to go to Chevy, get their oil pan gasket and do it the right way. But yeah, so anyway, different story. But it doesn't leak like if I'm in someone's house. It leaks overnight. So yeah, about to vacuum these. I'm gonna do the next one. Those should be done in a minute. Then a rinse, steam, dry, and we good to go. It's DWES for life, y'all. All right, y'all, so I already did like a bunch of it already. My neighbor came and started asking about some concrete in the back. Her kids got some paint on it, I guess, or they got something, and wanted to see if I can clean it. I did a little test area with a little product, and it takes a little time to scrub at it, but it was coming out. She said she's moving, so, you know, if that was my neighbor, like I knew her, we will throw out a discount, but she is, oh man, I'm not even looking at the camera. It's very hard to see the camera because of the sun. Sorry, y'all. But this is the first time she talked to me. Like, you know, but yeah, we're not throwing out no discounts like that. But it's gonna cost. It may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost. But anyway, all I'm doing is rinsing out the rug as much as possible. Again, this isn't the cleaning, this is a part of the cleaning, but this is not the cleaning itself. What we're doing right now is trying to flush out as much as the urine that is left behind, which we all know it kind of soaked itself out, or soaked itself out. It worked its way out. I did get a little bit of browning, but you guys can see now it's all clear. I should have showed you earlier, but I'll show you with the next one if I can. I'm trying to hurry up because my neighbor behind me, every time I want to do something, he leaves, or it's the craziest thing. So he already left. I've been waiting for a while because I know he usually comes back super quick. So I got to do what I got to do. And dude just be playing games. Good old neighbors, boy. So anyway, life happens, right? So yeah, it's not a big deal if some of this is still in there. That's really what that is the urine treatment. So it's not bad. You're gonna get a little bit of good scents in there in your rugs. And it continues to work too, so not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to y'all in a minute. That way I can show you guys probably the other one. I'll do the smaller ones. I want to show you the bigger one. And then that's it. And I'll show you the aftermath, because it's DWES for life, y'all. All right, y'all, so I took the last rug out of there. You guys can see what the color this is, man. And no, it's not. It's because of the color of the rugs. You guys have seen this in the past. This is really what it looks like. So I'll try to run over here with it because it's dripping like crazy. This is the first one. This is this particular that we're talking about, the one I just had to run over here with. Let's see what we see. This is fresh out. I don't know if we're gonna get too much out of it because it's already, I mean, there'll be some, but it really is like the craziest thing. Like, it all just comes out. So yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. It's looking real good. I'm about to have to pause this. I'm gonna do these two, and when I get back, I'm gonna start those two. So these will be finished. I'm gonna hang them actually. Actually, I really should just keep them in the sun, to be honest. That's what I might do. Watch a bird doo-doo on them. Just trying to get a good rinse. And I'm gonna show you guys the difference between the bottom and the top. I mean, this part that I'm cleaning right now, and this little bottom edge near my feet. There's a big difference there, y'all. So the urine treatment is that's really what it is. It's a urine treatment. It takes care of the urine. The actual cleaning doesn't come until later, it comes now. So that's why it costs so much. So it's a long process, and some will understand, some won't, but it is what it is. All right, y'all, catch on in a minute. All right, y'all, so as you guys can see, all of that I put on there. I put 20 gallons. It's not enough to saturate everything. I already kind of knew because it's too big, but you can kind of see what we got going on here, yo. This stuff is nasty, and you can see where it's getting, where it's not getting. That's my fault. I should have known. But, and then I already went through, which is not a lot, but I went through 3 gallons of enzyme in the 20 gallons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stretch it a little bit, because we can already see that a lot of this is coming out of there. Sorry for the lighting, but we can see a lot of the urine is already just rinsing through. What I got to do is I got to get some more water in there so we can get full coverage. Then I'll kind of mix it around. This will still work, not a problem. But man, look how black that is. I mean, black. Look at that. Look like some murky water, y'all. Ooh, that's nasty.
Shit, babe.
I don't know if it's going to record me, but all right, y'all. So it's getting kind of late, but I got this one here. I'm just kind of trying to skeep the water off, and then I got the one back there. It is 7 o'clock, so I'm trying to rush a little bit. I do have a tarpon under there. It's not as big, but you know, I still haven't cleaned it, so I still have to skeep the water off, or whatever you want to call it, and then I have to clean it and then hang them up. The other two, small ones are damn near dry because it was super hot earlier. So neighbors, sorry man, I gotta do what I gotta do. But the other thing that we kind of had to do is the enzyme that I have, I had to use 2 different scents. I had to mix them. So it smells weird, like, but it's, I don't know, it's passable, but it's not my scent that I'm used to. But you guys can see we're getting fairly clean water out of there. It's not the brown stuff we were seeing earlier. I mean, you could do this all day. You'll still get something out of it, but I'm just trying to get it as dry as possible. I don't want it to be like dead weight heavy. And that's it. See you in a minute. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. I just wanted to clean this stuff up. Look who came out. Slamming doors. Hey, pal. Yeah, I just wanted to rinse this off before I put it away. I'm gonna clean the inside and the outside, or the bottom and the inside. So what I have to do is I got to put these area rugs out here because these are still wet. They need to be outside because I got to deliver them tomorrow. So, and I'm not, I mean, it's moist. I wasn't expecting too much. I really needed a place to put them last night. I can't leave them outside, but they're wet. This one is dry from the top. All the moisture started dripping down, and in between is wet. So once I put them out here, it'll be dry in no time. I'll come back to you in a minute. All right, y'all, so I do have a tarp under both of these. This one's the exact same size, so it's just right on the border. I should have switched, but these are just a little smaller. But anyway, this one's a little smaller. She said they were the same size. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave them out here for pretty much the rest of the day. That way by tomorrow, you know, it's, so one thing is, you know, I try to deliver the rugs when they're completely dry, 100%. And then, so peep this out. They just had, that's my neighbor from yesterday that asked about cleaning the deck, or, you know, her concrete. And she just got somebody else going over there to do it. Somebody just went in there with a pressure washer. They think they slick. It's all right. See, one thing about this, that's why I don't do no discounts. You guys don't understand that. I can get them, they probably did it for free. I mean, look what they're rolling up in, just a regular little white truck. You know, they, no license plates. They look like they do construction. You know, it is what it is. But what I'll do anyway is keep working. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop working. I'm gonna give people my my price, and if somebody undercuts, if they looking for somebody else, that's not my particular customer. If you know what I mean. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna leave these out here, let them dry. The carpets don't have to be completely dry. You know, that's what we try to get to, but we want them to be as dry as possible. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not going to put like a soaking wet or just something that's like, you know, if I put my hand on it, it's super wet. I'm not gonna put that on someone's floors. But then again, on the same token, as long as it is dry, like if I can touch it and there's no moisture on my hands, we're perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Those right there are completely dry. This one is just barely, just has a couple little areas. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's just a few little areas on it. It's dry though. I can technically put this back on her floor and not be worried. If I put these on her floor right now, I'll be, you know, excuse my words, but sometimes I like to keep it real. I'll be shitting bricks, y'all. But there's no moisture at all in these. You know, very little. These will be out here for a while. Actually, I kept these outside because I didn't really have any space. So, and then last night was pretty nice. I mean, it wasn't hot or nothing, but you know, it wasn't super cold, but I just had them like this out here. These are too big. I don't have a ladder that big, so I just hung them up and laid one on the floor, and that was it. So yeah, so that's it. I might get some video tomorrow of me putting them in the place, but we'll see. All right, y'all. So these have been out here for a while. I've been in there just kind of getting some stuff together, just kind of organizing. Gotta fix this. My remember that rat ate this hose, so I got some replacements, and I thought to go with my colors, it'd be kind of cool to have a white hose cuff on these. So it's kind of cool. Just trying to be different. So then I was just sweeping under here because I've been getting a lot of wool lately, and all the wool has been going underneath. So it's probably been about 40 minutes or so, and they still back there power washing. I'm telling you, it was paint on the floor. Like, I used some product in a spray bottle, put it down, let it sit for a second, then I like agitated it, and then it was coming off, but that was just for me to test it. But it did take a minute, so look. Oh, damn. So he's shaking something up. Probably some paint thinner. Or he's doing something. But I don't know. But they've been back there for a while, y'all. That's not no fast job. That's what happens when you let your kids back there do what they want to do. But it is what it is. Just to let you know how long it's been. You can still feel some moisture, but it's like, it's almost there. Like barely. You know how like when you have something in the dryer, and it's almost dry? That's what we're feeling. And then on the edges, on these ends here, these were like super wet. They were dripping last night. They are a lot better now. So it's been out here for a while. This one is the same, no difference on that one. But like I said, it's been about almost an hour now. So probably about 2 more hours, we'll be good to go. I can put them back in there, and then tomorrow I'll just return them, deliver them at 11 o'clock. And then I got one more tomorrow, which is a one that's been texting me back and forth. So they finally said okay, gave me the address and everything. So, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. So today is the day that I was supposed to return these. Problem was, this one never dried completely, and it just had like a smell to it. So what I did was I texted the customer this morning. I told her, 6 out of the 7 area rugs are complete. I can deliver the 6, or what we can do is deliver them all at the same time. So she said just deliver them all at the same time. It's no rush. Take your time. She's cool with it. And so basically what I did was I sprayed this down with deodorizers on both sides and cleaned it on both sides. It's a lot better, and it's been very hot. So today it's like 83 degrees or something. So I had it flipped over in the sun for a few hours, flipped it back over, and it's super dry now. So what I'll do is I'll let her know that I want to deliver them on Friday if she's available. And that's pretty much it. This will be the last of this particular video. But you guys know what happens is if you have something that doesn't dry fast enough and it just stays wet for too long, it's kind of what happens. And it's weird too, because the other ones, wool, they usually wool takes longer to dry. This one, I'm assuming because of the way it's woven, there's possibly some type of moisture that was in between the loops, kind of, or the weaves, and that's just what happened. But it's weird. This one mimics wool fairly well. That is what wool looks like, and that's what I thought it was when she showed it to me. And we looked at it, and it definitely says indoor outdoor carpet, and it says it's polyurethanes, or yeah, I believe so. Where's the tag? Let me just double check. Polyester. It says something. Polypropylene. There we go. Oh yeah, polyester. So indoor, outdoor. So weird. Just the way like they mimic this thing so well. So yeah, so that's it for this journey that took forever, mainly because I just had so many things to do. This was on the back burner, and then when it was time, I was just in a time crunch, kind of, not really, but other than that, man, it turned out pretty good. It doesn't smell anymore, which is good. The other thing I have to do now is I gotta put my tank back in. I took it out for 2 reasons, and I'll show you one of them right now. Let me see, let me get right here. Sorry, my area's a mess. I'm trying to clear it up. So here's one of them. My pump. This is the old one I had. Well, it's still new, but so the thing with this one is after probably like an hour, maybe 45 minutes, it shuts off, and it's, when I touch it, it's burning up. It's stupid hot. And then you gotta wait a minute, come outside, you gotta shut it off, give it like 10 minutes, turn it back on. It's just annoying. And then as of lately, it's just been worse because it's been getting hot. So I contacted this company, and let them know, and they said this one is rated for, I believe he said on for 10 minutes, off for 5 minutes. And I told him I needed something that was on all the time because excuse me, the tank, the water cycles through the heat exchangers into the tank consistently. So he said get this one. This one's rated for continuous, and the size difference is substantial. Like it's hard to show you because I can't really put them side by side. But what if I do it this way? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to really get it in there, but I'm not sure exactly what this is up here, but this is a lot bigger on this one. This is almost touching the top. This one wasn't. So, and then this body part here, this piece is a lot bigger on this one. So I haven't tested it out to where we can run it because I haven't put the tank back in, but I did just run it. It does sound a little different. It sounds a little bit more beefier. And then the second reason I had to take it out is because I had a leak, very minor, but it was major in a sense where I was losing heat. This can run 250 degrees all day, all night, not a problem. And I was starting to notice like water dripping on the diamond plate coming under, really over here. And we figured out that it was that fitting there. Let me see if I can kind of get in here and show you. 1 second. So this compression fitting was leaking in here. And it was coming down, and that's how I can kind of tell which one it was because it looked a little different. Looks a little what do you call it? Oxidized, or oh snap, we stuck in here. Anyway, like residue was on it. So I hit up the company. I hit up Ben. He sent me 2 replacement parts. He said, you know, sometimes it can happen, even if like you know, if that was to get bumped or if it wasn't all the way in, and they tried to do the compression fitting. So he sent me 2 of them, and now we're back. I was actually leaking for like 2 weeks. I just couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I thought it was my water hose. I thought it was my pump because it was coming from this side. I just couldn't figure it out. So now I just got to put the tank back in here. I want to wipe this up a little bit, and then put the tank back, and we good to go. Got to do some other maintenance on it. My oil change, my spark plugs. I already put in a new air filter, fuel filter. What else? I'm gonna do the blower oil change. I already did the pump oil change. Just trying to keep it up, man. And that's really it. So far, so good. Today we had scheduled this. That didn't go through. So what I did was I cleaned it. And then the second half of the day, I had a job that was a sofa. And that was it. It was a portable. And then tomorrow I got to go to Antioch, California, of course, that's where we're at. You know, we're based out in Sunnyvale, California. So yeah, so, and then another thing too is my neighbor came to me the other day, yesterday, and he was like, hey, you know, I know it's a business, I know it's gonna happen more, but you know, can you find a way to not allow the water to be on the driveway, because I don't want to walk on that and then take it into my house. But the crazy thing is, when I'm doing these urine baths, a lot of that urine is already going into, it like soaks out and goes into the pool. And when I put them over here, I'm rinsing. So what I'm doing is I have the rug here, and I'm rinsing that way, and then I rinse everything out into the street. It's really just water, like it's clean water already. So now I gotta find a way to make this work, because to be honest, I don't have any space for this. So yeah, we'll figure something out, man, because it's money, and I ain't about to let anybody dictate how I make my money or not. You know, I don't have like the space for a wash, area rug wash bay. Plus those are very expensive, so I'm gonna have to get creative. Probably buy like a I don't know, one of those car wash mats, where you can, it's like I don't know, some type of tarp or something with some big round sides, and then we got to figure out exactly how we can do this. Possibly have my truck mount on to suck out the water while I'm rinsing. Have zero clue, but we're gonna get through this. You know what I'm saying? People just always complaining. Like the dirt outside, the ground is cleaner than just rinse water. You know, we got dogs that pee over here all the time. When it rains, it is what it is, though. Anyway, it's Daryl, DWES Enterprise, DWES for life.